nowhere to go. People are waiting for me. They don't want to tell the truth. They all know what's going on. Everybody's seeing it. Everybody knows this, including cops. Cops don't want to say the truth. Everybody knows the truth. I know the truth. You know the truth. Everybody watching you knows the truth. And your own kids know the truth. And the problem is, nobody cares that the plague is real. They just want to see if it's real. They're going to find out it's real. What God tells me is, go find that person with that license plate. Whoever has that license plate. Find out about them. I don't know when it takes place. Maybe it's tomorrow. Maybe it's tonight. Maybe it's already happened. Maybe it's in 2 weeks. Maybe the Lord God's going to let you have the plague for another 6 months before you find out, just to punish you. Just to punish you. All I know is, go check on that guy and find out what's going on, because he contacted me a long time ago too, and he said he's the one who gave my name out to everybody. That's what he told me. I don't know if that's true. That's what he told me. He said he knew it was going to be him, and it was him. I know it was, because he said he knew it was going to be him. But I don't know his name. I really don't. All I know is you believe Charlie Ray. You came in, you did a nasty deed. Every cop hates me, and I didn't do anything wrong. And now you should be mad at yourselves because you punched an innocent man. You should be really mad at yourselves. But you don't care. You don't care. You think you live on earth forever, and you don't. You get about 50 to 60 good years, and then it's over. Then it goes downhill. I mean, who cares about retirement if someone's changing your diapers when you're 100 years old? I mean, really. All you're waiting for is death when you're 100. That's all you're waiting for, because nobody comes to see you. Nobody does. You're just sitting there. Sit in a chair all day. You can't ask Barney Saxton anymore, but that's what his life was like. That's pretty much what his life was like. He wakes up, watches sports, goes to bed. Wakes up, eats, watches sports, goes to bed. That's what it's like when you're 100 years old. So, I mean, you make your own choice on what you want to do. All I know is, if you make it to heaven, it's forever, eternal in heaven. If you go to hell, it's forever. It's eternal in hell, eternal. Unless the Lord God in heaven lets you out. And all I know is, liars, the Lord God in heaven hates a lying tongue. He hates it. That's in, can't remember where it is. I think it's Proverbs. Somewhere in Proverbs. It's 6 things does the Lord hate, and 7 are an abomination. 1 is a lying tongue. Another is the shedding of innocent blood, which is me. You shed my innocent blood, and you're still doing it, and you won't tell the truth. You keep lying, so that's a lying tongue. So that's 2. I mean, you can go read it. It's there in Proverbs, so I've read it. It's there. 6 things. You can type it in Google. That's the easy way to find it. Type it in Google. That is the absolute easiest way to find it. Google. Now, is this the road? Buckskin Road? Is this it? No. But this is the way to get. I went down Buckskin Road and came back and parked in someone's yard, and he followed me down Buckskin Road. But this road gets me there too. This road gets me there too. This is the back way. This is a safe way. This is to let you know we're not doing this anymore. I'm giving you guys all the secrets tonight. We're not doing this anymore. We're not doing this anymore. It's over. You failed. You failed. You don't want to tell the truth. Now you got the plague, and you still want to keep going like it's a joke. Like it's a joke. Now, I don't know if the camera caught all that stuff, because it slid around and somebody messed up the tape and stuff. It happened. I'm going to get up here and fix the tape. Fix the tape, because I want the camera to keep rolling. So I'm going to stop right here. This also tells me if someone's following me. It also tells me someone's following me. Because they follow me everywhere I go. So I'm going to fix the tape here. Going. To lock the door. Fix the tape. What's this? Now I've seen people in their 4-wheelers too. With their phones. He's here! He's here! Come on, guys. Come on. This one's all messed up. You don't throw tape out on the road, no, because can kill the animals. That's like that guy who he has his ponds behind the cemetery over there. I caught a big old 6-pound bass out of there. It's really 5 pounds, a little bit over 5. It's probably 5 pounds and 3/4, but he knew I thought I was 6, so he told me, oh, well, it lost a little bit of water, so it weighs a little bit more. It was probably, I think he weighed it around 5 3/4 pounds. It wasn't really 6. But he put 6 pounds 2 ounces on. He said it lost some weight because it wasn't out of the water that long. I mean, it really wasn't. Caught it. We ran because he chased us through the trees with his truck. I could hear him scratch his truck up. He didn't want us fishing out there. But, that wasn't my fault. I didn't take anything from him. Ronnie Hartley's the one who stole his trap. I didn't like it. I was like, where'd you get that? Ronnie stole it. It was Ronnie Hartley. Charles White showed him the pond, so he went out there and he found a live trap and he took it. It was Ronnie Hartley. He messed all that up for everybody. That was a good pond fish in. I don't see anybody behind us. But we will see people drive around with no headlights on too. So here we go. Now with that 5-pound bass, there was who was his name? It was Joe Gillen. It was me, Charles, Randy, and Joe Gillen. We went out there fishing, and we went to that pond, and we was doing a fishing tournament. He said whoever catches the most bass wins, or it was just a fishing tournament. And we go out there, and he catches a little bass. It was really about a half-pound bass. It really was. And then he caught another half-pound bass. Maybe it was a pound. I don't know. We usually can tell because they have a little arch on their head when they get a certain age. It's like they get into their teen years or something, adulthood. I don't know. But he caught 3 bass. They were all about the same size. They were little bass. He said they were about 1.5 pounds. I said, okay, I'll let you have that. I tell you what, I'm going to catch the biggest bass in this pond. I'm going to catch it right now. He said, yeah, really? I said, yeah. If I catch the biggest bass in the pond, because in fishing tournaments, they go by weight, not by how many fish you catch. They go by weight. That's what they do. They go by weight. Is that our road? That's our road. That's our road. I almost missed it when I was talking. That's our road. There we go. Now we're going. Yeah, we missed it. There's the highway. Anyway, they said we'll go by weight. So okay, I'm gonna catch the biggest fish in this pond. So okay, I'm gonna catch a roe. I kept casting. I kept missing the spot I wanted. Kept missing and missing. He made me mad. And I said, okay, I'm gonna catch the biggest fish in this pond. It's gonna be bigger than all yours weighs. It's gonna be the biggest one. It's gonna weigh more than yours, and I'm gonna win. He said, okay. So I reached back and I cast, and I landed right between those 2 tree stumps. And I started reeling. I had this lure, it's a chartreuse lure, it's yellow. I've only had that lure twice. It disappears every time. I've only seen it twice. I got it at a fishing store in Ardmore, and I got it somewhere else, a cotton cordell. It looked like a real fish. It looked just like it's yellow though. And I caught that fish on that cast, and he's like, oh, it's not that big. I said, oh, it's big, and started pulling. So I loosened the line and gave it some drag. That fish jumped out of the water, started splashing side to side, and Joel's like, oh, you really can fish. You don't have to catch it. No, I gotta bring it in now. I gotta bring it in. I bring it all the way in. I brought it in. It was the biggest fish I ever caught in that pond. That's the biggest fish I ever caught in my life. Caught right on that cast. I won a fish tournament, and I had the fish mounted on my wall. That was a miracle fish. God gave me that fish. Now there's another fish I caught that was an absolute miracle. Never in my life have I caught a smallmouth bass, but I caught a smallmouth bass at Mountain Lake. I caught a smallmouth bass. Jim Sorg witnessed it. He couldn't believe it. Now you FBI people messed that one up on purpose. You messed that up on purpose. You lied. You gave a Field and Stream magazine to some guy at Crane Aerospace. I was working there. It was called Signal Technology. Signal Technology. I can't think of the guy's name. He got cancer. At least he said he did. He didn't lose any hair. But I caught that fish. What happened was me and Jim were fishing, and I got him mad because I caught a big fish. I was just dragging the bottom, and I caught a big fish. I kept counting the fish. I was trying to catch 100 bass by the end of summer. And I did. I caught them before the middle of summer. I caught most of them out of Mountain Lake. You can catch about 15 bass a day if you fish all day the right way. I mean, it's just fully stocked. You just can't keep them. I think the fish are diseased anyway. I caught a 5-pounder and had a big old red sore on it. I wouldn't eat the fish out of there. But we were coming back, and he's like, man, I don't think I want to fish here anymore. I was like, man, I'm sorry. I apologize because I was counting fish. And I told him what I was trying to do. I was trying to catch 100 fish. So I was counting. I wasn't trying to mean anything. It's just when I say something, I remember it. And when I count, I'll be like, 1. It's 1. 2. That's 2. 3. That's 3. So I counted. I was getting like 14, 15. And I caught the big old fish. And Jim got mad. And we're going back. And it was about lunchtime. And he said, it's okay, you know, I understand, because I apologized to him. I said, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bother you. I can tell I upset you, I offended you, I'm sorry. And we're going back, and I said, you know, I've never caught a fish on that bank. He goes, you never have? Why don't you try? I said, I think I will. Once we catch a smallmouth on this cast. And I threw it out there to the bank, and there's a little red lure. It was red and gold, because they said goldfish are the fish that they use to catch out there. So I picked a red and gold lure. It was a little rattle trap, but it didn't rattle. And I started reeling it in. And I said, well, I guess I didn't catch anything out there. Well, smallmouth are usually out deeper, so let me just reel a little bit slower. I caught a fish, bringing it in, and I pulled it up, and I looked at it, and I laid down on the boat. He goes, what kind of fish is that? I said, you gotta be kidding me. That's a smallmouth bass. All of a sudden, the fish started shaking. It started ripping its lips off, and I grabbed it, and I stopped it, and I took it off, and I put the fish back in the water, and I let it go. Caught smallmouth bass right there, Mountain Lake. Jim Sword saw that. He saw that. And then that guy, I think his name was, I keep thinking Tim, but I don't think it's Tim. Tom Shinhook, something like that. He comes in with a bass magazine. She goes, you know how you tell the difference between a largemouth and a smallmouth bass? I said, yeah, their colors are different. They look different. I know what a smallmouth bass looks like, because I've seen them. I've watched them catch them on TV. They usually catch them in the northern states. He goes, no, it's where how far their mouth goes back. If it goes a certain point. I said, yeah, that tells how small the mouth. And he showed me 2 pictures of fish. He said, this is smallmouth, that's largemouth. I said, yeah, it has a smallmouth and a large mouth, but that's not a smallmouth bass. That's the colors of a black bass. Had 1 single stripe down it. That's a largemouth bass. Nobody can catch a largemouth bass and consider it a smallmouth bass. Now they have a Guadalupe bass that has those kind of that kind of line on it, and they have other bass that have it. They call them that, but a spotted bass is a spotted bass. You know the difference. And a smallmouth, you can't.